Hi guys, I'm going to be doing the arroz con pollo recipe today. I'm feeling a little under the weather, so bear with me. I'm not as animated as usual, but yeah, I'm going to be doing it. So you go ahead and put your Instant Pot on saute mode. I'm going to be doing this one a little bit different than the first time I did it. The first time I did it was a la chorrera, which means wet. This time around I'm going to do it more on the drier side. So first thing you want to do is go ahead and put your Instant Pot on saute. And toss in some olive oil in there and wait till it starts to sizzle. And we're gonna go ahead and brown our chicken. And I have here 3 chicken breasts, skinless, boneless. I cut them into chunks like this. And I marinated them in 2 tablespoons of paprika and salt and pepper. So, shh. I marinated them in salt and pepper, so they're seasoned in paprika, salt, and pepper. You're gonna go ahead and add those to your pot and saute them and brown them. And of course, you're gonna have brown bits at the end, which don't worry, we will go ahead and deglaze the pot later. So for now, go ahead and brown all your meat, constantly stirring so you get less brown bits. And after that, you're gonna go ahead and take out your chicken and add the veggies. All right, my Instant Pot is hot. I'm gonna go ahead and start browning my chicken. All right, guys, I'm pretty much done browning my chicken. Go ahead and take out the chicken and put it in a separate bowl outside, because we're gonna go ahead and do the base of the vegetables. So for the vegetables, I used 1 chopped onion, 1 chopped red pepper, 1 chopped green pepper, and also some chopped up garlic. How much garlic? 4 to 6 cloves of garlic crushed, I guess. I never really count the garlic because it's one of those things that you can always use. So you do have some liquid on the bottom. Keep that there. So, and here I got my mixed up veggies already. Once again, 1 red pepper chopped, 1 green pepper chopped, 1 onion chopped, and 6 cloves of garlic. Go ahead and mix that around until your onion and everything else looks pretty cooked, about 2 to 3 minutes. If you need to add olive oil, you can do that as well. Now that my sofrito's done, I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 cups of rinsed white rice. And I'm basically gonna mix that around about a minute or 2. Make sure your rice is obviously mixed in with all the juices of the vegetables, the onions, the garlic, etc. Kind of want to like toast the rice, if that makes any sense. Alrighty, now that your rice is already mixed in, you're gonna go ahead and add 3 cups of chicken broth. Okay, and that will be basically your base of the arroz con pollo, the liquid base. Remember that we talked about liquid always in the Instant Pot and how it all works? Very important. Without liquid, nothing ain't gonna cook. So if you guys can see, very brothy now. I'm gonna go ahead and add un paquetico de sazón Goya con azafrán. And this basically, I'm losing my shit today, guys, with her. Like, today's not one of those days. Alrighty, so go ahead and mix that in. We're gonna go ahead and add the rice. Your cooked chicken, your brown chicken, very carefully so it doesn't splash. And you're gonna let that go to a simmer because it's still on saute. Once you see it simmer, go ahead and turn it off. And we're gonna close the lid and put it on high pressure for 10 minutes. All right, let that come to a simmer. Once it does, we're gonna go ahead and close the lid, put it on for high pressure, 10 minutes. All right, my chicken has come to a simmer. I'm gonna do it one last stir. I'm gonna go ahead and close it and put it on high pressure. So you're gonna press cancel, high pressure for 10 minutes. You're gonna go ahead and make sure your vent is put to seal. Once that's done and it beeps, let it do a quick release. Don't do a quick release, let it naturally release. Let it sit in there, wait till it shoots out the air on its own. Probably about 10 minutes. So it's gonna be probably close to a 30-minute cook between getting pressure, the 10-minute cook, and then a 10-minute natural release. So once that happens, pop it open, taste it. If it needs a little bit of salt, put it in there. But other than that, everything else should be cooked. You should have some really good arroz con pollo on the drier side. If you do like it on the wet side, all you have to do literally is get like a quarter of a beer or half of a beer, depending on how wet or not you like it, and just toss it in there and revuelve it. It's good stuff. Good stuff, people. All right, guys, this has been now sitting for 16 minutes. It still had a little bit of air in it, so I went ahead and released that. Let me get it in the picture here. And as you can see, you got your arroz con pollo. So it's not as wet as my usual one, but it's also not super, super dry. If you do like your arroz con pollo on the drier side, I would go ahead and put only 2.5 cups of chicken broth. But this is kind of in between. It's not super wet and it's not super dry. I always like to put a little bit of beer in here, which I am going to, even though Oscar doesn't like it wet, but I am going to put beer. Because I feel like that's the perfect inch. You don't have to, but definitely before the beer, go ahead and give it a good taste. Make sure it's good in salt and pepper. It's good but hot. So yeah, it looks good in salt and pepper. You could really taste the paprika. If you don't want to use paprika, you can also use cumin and oregano. I wanted to use paprika on the chicken this time to see what kind of flavoring I get. A little bit different. But I'm definitely going to add a little bit of light beer. In this case, some Modelo. So enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, DM me if you need any. Bye.